What's up, everyone? Happy October. Since it's spooky season, I decided to make a little video about a spooky story I had with my friends a while back. Hope y'all enjoy. So, this story happened about like 3 months ago, I believe. So, it was like midsummer. And I'm the designated driver, so I'm driving my friends around town. They're chiefing it up. We're dropping by Mickey D's. We're dropping by Timmy's. We're just like getting stuff to drink and eat. And it's pretty late, mind y'all. It's like 11 or whatnot. So we're just kind of like it's a nice car drive at night, just having fun, blasting music. Until my friend was like, "Yo, like y'all want to go in the woods and chief it up? Like I know a really cool spot." By this time, my friends and I were all like, "Yeah, we just drove around town just to eat. Like, yeah, might as well go chief a little bit more at like this holy spot." So we eventually pull up at the woods, and it's like I kind of like slowly drive by with my car, trying to look for parking spaces, and there's absolutely nothing, like zero parking spots. So I drop off my friends at like this sketchy ass gate. It's like them old cemetery gates you'd see in a old 1930s zombie movie. It's like, so I drop him off there, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go find a parking spot. Like, let's meet up here in like 5 minutes or something. So I drive around this sketchy ass ghetto, like some horror movie thing. If y'all ever seen The Warriors, the movie The Warriors, it's like it gives that. I know, by the way, The Warriors isn't a Halloween movie, but it's given like ghetto New York, like gang life. So I feel like, yo, I'm alone. My dumb ass just left all of my friends at this sketchy ass gate in this sketchy ass area, and I'm parking my car alone in this sketchy ass area. I'm gonna get mugged or something. So I find a parking spot seven streets down. No joke. Like the farthest area I could possibly find a parking in is exactly where I found one. So I take this little 5 to 7 minute walk to the gates, where I meet my friends already starting to pre-roll. Like I legitimately thought they were gonna like jump scare me because I was gone for so long, but out of the pure kindness of their hearts, they were just chiefing it up on the wax pens and rolling up them J's. You get what I'm saying? So by then I'm just like, yo, boys, y'all ready to start this hike in these big Canadian woods? And all my friends are like, yeah, you damn well know I'm ready. We about to be like Trippy Red, saying like smoking wood on some wood in the
Smoke a
woods.
wood in the woods on some wood.
Yeah, so we just walk in, we're just chiefing, and by that time I don't know why we didn't see any red flags or we weren't scared. Like, first indicator, we were in some sketchy ass ghetto. Second indicator, well, the entrance to the woods looked like some cemetery straight out of that 1930s zombie movie. Like, we just weren't scared at all. We had balls of steel, I guess. And y'all will see throughout this video, there was many small indicators that should have made us say nope. Just like, hell nah, man. So we make it down a little 30-minute walk down this massive Canadian woods until we find this little table where all my friends are like, "Yeah, let's sit down, chief, have a good time." Like, I'm running low. I'm becoming sober, and they're all like, "Yo, to walk this long, you gotta be geeked." So obviously they all start chiefing, except me, cause I'm the designated driver, and you know, yay, responsibilities, I guess. And I can see that one of my friends, we were, I think, four, one of my friends was just not having it. He was pale as a ghost. And I asked him, like, yo, bro, you good? Like, you chill? And then he's like, nah, I have a really bad feeling of this place. He's like, I've been feeling watched ever since you've been trying to find that parking and you left us at the gate. He's like, nah, I've been really not having a good time. And all my friends, after he said that, were just like bullying the shit out of him. They're like, yeah, bro, like, you're just crazy. If you're gonna bad trip every time we smoke, like just don't come. You're just a kill buzz. So I was kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep a close eye on him all night and just make sure he's all right. But obviously, I want to continue the walk, not go home. So we continue walking down. All my friends are like happy, just frolicking in the darkest, scariest forest ever. They were just pretending as if it was some fairy tale land and not some pure demon territory. And by this time, this is the part of the story where there's just like a bunch of unfolding events, right? A series, a chain of a shitty situation. By this time, we had brought on two flashlights, right? One of the flashlights, the battery died, or the flashlight just KO'd itself. And I don't know why, because it was the most inconvenient time ever, but it died. So now at this point, we had one flashlight with one brave soldier walking, like leading that single file line in the middle of this scary ass woods. And like shortly after the battery died, we came across this little encampment or like this shelter tent thing. It wasn't a tent because it was made with like pieces of metal, plastic, tarp, wood. It was like a shelter. By this time, my friends and I are like, nah, this is the cue to leave. Just head back home. Like we've seen enough. We're right next someone's encampment, some crazy wacko that lives in the woods, and well, the batteries in one of our flashlights just died. So we kind of head back, and this is the other wrong thing that happened, and this was exactly entirely upon my very fault. As the only sober one at that time, I made the wrong decision to pick the wrong trail heading back home. But obviously, it wasn't like a huge mistake or a huge difference. It was just like a trail that sidetracked for an additional like 15 minutes. But it would bring us to the same gateway, right? The same cemetery gates. So I just kind of like tell my friends like, yeah, guys, I think we screwed up. We're gonna be walking for an additional 15 minutes. And now by this time, my friends were on edge or like just kind of speed walking. And then that same paranoid friend was like, guys, shut the up. Like, shut the butt up. Stop moving. Shut off the flashlight. Stop talking. Stop everything. So we kind of all like cautiously follow his orders, right? Because we're like, what is up? Like, this is getting scary. He kind of heads back. He just sprints towards us and he's like, guys, let's speed walk on out of here. And I'm like, what do you mean let's speed walk on out of here? And he's like, guys, if we run, it's going to be suspicious. Let's just get out of here as quickly as we can. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? And he was refusing to speak. Like, I saw the pure terror in his face and I knew nothing good was happening. So obviously, one and my other brave ass friends, we decided to go back to check out what he was so scared about. And I swear, I'm getting goosebumps saying this. Like, I swear, we saw some guy just standing there, watching us. By this time, my friend and I, we just walked back to my other friends. Were like, let's just speed walk out of here. Pretend like we didn't see anything or anyone. We kind of continue walking. We end up at the intersection, and as soon as we see it, kind of at a distance, we see a light just peeking, not in the trail where we were walking, in the woods, peeking. We all halt. We're all like, nah, are we cornered? Is there 2, 3, 4 people? Is there just one? Like, what's happening? Is it a ghost, a demon, a monster? Or what's happening? We're all just like spooked. We see the light like kind of flashing. So my friend flashes the light, and I swear the light shut off, and we just hear like running footsteps. Yo, we just ran back at the intersection, back on the main trail. We ran back, and as we were running back, somehow I'm getting goosebumps thinking about this. Somehow whoever was chasing us caught up to us, and they were right on our tail. I remember looking back, and they were close enough for me to see a general figure. I didn't see their face. I didn't see really what they looked like, but I saw like they were pretty close. We bolted on out of there. At some point they stopped chasing us. We were like, whoa, close call, close call. We made it back to the car. We were rushing, just we didn't even put no seatbelts on. We just were swerving through lanes like we were like, nah, no shit. And the next day we kind of told my friend's mother because we all had stayed there, and we kind of explained her from A to Z what happened, and she told us like, yeah, don't y'all know those woods are like low key dangerous. She straight up told us like, yeah, like I've had a friend that was also chased out of there, and she's like, there's multiple stories of people getting attacked, people finding weird stuff in those woods. Like she's like, yeah, it's just there's a bunch of crackheads and homeless people that just kind of refuge down there. She's like, don't go in these places. Like, what were y'all thinking at like midnight or 1 in the morning to do this? And yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the story. And it really wasn't the first time too that I was chased out of the woods by some cracked up person. So if y'all want a second spooky story time, let me know down in the comments. Feel free to like, and I hope y'all really enjoyed this spooky video. Have a nice day. Love you all.